Well, I'm on my way home from an event, from a church event, and something happened that made me say, you know what, let me go on and turn this. Let me go on back and record again. A white liberal either understands he's an overt racist, or he doesn't understand he's an overt racist. But either way, he's an overt racist. I don't care about his intent, I just know what he said. First thing he said in a comment to one of my YouTube videos is, a black person? Now, he followed that up with, black for Trump? I thought you guys were fable, before giving his opinion, which I don't care about. But the fact that he has an assumption about all black people and how we're supposed to think and turn that into a negative is interesting to me, because it's straight up racist. I guarantee if he watches this video, he's going to be, oh, no, I have black friends. I know a lot of black people. I may even adopt a black kid. Because they're the first to identify race over substance. They don't care what's going on. The first thing they say is, ooh, black person, I need to act this way. Now, when someone like me, I've been dealing with this for my whole life, I think differently than other people, not necessarily black people, just people, period. So when I hear somebody say, oh, you're not supposed to think that way, because that's the only way to get, it's the only translation you can get out of that. Confusion? What? You have thoughts that don't align with mine? Get the picking, nigger. That's what I hear. So this white guy thought he was totally comfortable dismissing what I'm saying and using my skin color to do so. And I've seen this 1,000 times. Like I said, I've been dealing with this a long time. These people don't understand the implications of what they're saying, and they tip their hand almost immediately every time. As soon as they find out this black person doesn't agree with me, I'm no longer considered an authentic black person to them. And they say it. Now, the irony of that is, if I said, oh, I thought all white people love hockey, that's racist no matter how you look at it. It doesn't mean that the majority of hockey fans aren't white, but me saying, hey, you're supposed to think this way, I guess I misjudged you, means there was a judgment. And the comfort of the white leftist is always funny to me, because I understand what they're doing. It's a mind game. It's psychological slavery. Now, obviously not to that extreme, but the impact on my community, the black community, is massive. Massive. So, I'm not undermining slavery or dismissing slavery or even downplaying it. What I'm saying is, they can't control us physically, so they're just so used to us thinking, mentally thinking one way. When we get out of line, they really truly feel comfortable stepping in and saying, hey, what do you do? Who are you? You can't talk like that. They just don't see it that way. I do. Sorry, white leftists and liberals, you have no control over how I think. No matter how bad you want, you can call me any name you want. You have no authority over me, so it doesn't matter. The fact that you think you have the authority to say something like that proves you're a racist. Because you're only basing it on my skin color. You can listen to the content of what I'm saying, but if it's surprising to you simply because of my skin color, you're racist. The same thing you guys spend all day calling other people That's you. That you guys usually are projecting. And that's what you're doing, Mr. White Man. I might even at you on this video. Maybe you can learn something. Maybe you can learn something, because I'm pretty sure you're against racial profiling and systemic racism and all this BS. Meanwhile, you're the thought police. And only against the black man. I can't think what I'm thinking. I didn't know you guys existed. Do you understand how racist that is? I thought that was a fable. You're real? A black man who thinks differently? Well, you know what? I don't like you. You don't think like me. This is what you're saying. This is what the implications of how you behave. This is what it's displaying. You think you're superior. You think you're smarter. You're unable to grasp that a black person can think differently. Oh my gosh. This is not one of the authentic ones. When Joe Biden said you ain't black if you have a problem voting, or if you haven't decided whether to vote for me or Trump.
But we got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man.
He meant it. That wasn't a joke. He meant it. You know why? Because he thinks he's an authority, and he thinks he understands me more than me. It's fascinating, huh? I know. This is a good learning experience for you. The next time you want to tell a black man what to think or how to think, or act surprised that he thinks, you might want to think about what you're thinking, not me. You might want to say, you know what? That was a really racist thought of mine. I just called black people a monolith. I'm so used to, in my little circle, I'm so used to hearing that black people think this, that black people think that I assumed all of them think that way. And if they don't, they're a fable. That's racist. It's very racist. And the more you think about it, the more you should probably shut your mouth when you're throwing out those assumptions that you have. I don't assume all white people love country music. You know why? That would be racist. It would. I don't assume all black people love hip hop. Just because I love hip hop doesn't mean everybody who looks or who even has a similar skin tone, everybody has to love hip hop. The narcissism and racism involved in the thought process alone shows who you really are. You're racist. It's okay. Embrace it. And try to work against it. You know what? The next time I think something and paint a broad stroke about all of one race of people, maybe I'm being racist. That's how you should think about it going forward. I can say this about leftists and liberals because I've had so many act this way toward me. Hey, wait a minute. You can't be conservative. Conservatives don't do anything for you people. That's racist. You understand that, right? And the assumption that I want a party to do something for me, that's racist. It's all racism. Again, I don't know your intentions, Mr. White Man, behind saying that you thought that somebody like me is a fable. I don't know if you intended that to be racist, and I don't really care because you're not important. But it is a very valuable lesson, hopefully to you, but to other leftists and liberals. If you hear a black man talking, and you don't agree with what he says, just like if you hear a white man talking, you don't agree with what they say, it shouldn't be based on their skin color. Because I'm not talking about that. And if I was talking about that, you don't know. How do you know what it's like to be black? You don't know where I'm from. You don't know anything about me other than what I put in my description for you to read. That's what you know about me. You didn't grow up in Chicago. You didn't live on the South Side. You're not from where I'm from. I know it bothers you. And it probably bothers you that I said, hey, Mr. White Man. But that's not being racist. Racist is thinking that because you're white, there's something wrong with you. No, you just happen to have something wrong with you, and you happen to be white. You're not a very smart person. That's the difference between me and you. You're racist, and I'm pretty sure you understand that now, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter because I still don't think the way you think I should. And that's all that's important to you. Me falling in line. It's weird, huh? It must feel weird learning something from one of us. The nerve that it took to type what you typed. And that you felt good about that comment too. I'm gonna tell this nigger. Did you think I was to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm gonna fall in line, don't worry. Next video is gonna be a leftist video, just for you. What'd you think I was gonna say? What power? Do you really think you have that kind of power over me? Over anyone? Much less a black person? The arrogance that it must have took for you to do that. I'll show this black guy. Who's he think he is? I'm gonna let him know that he's an anomaly. He's an anomaly based on what I think of black people and how they should behave. Oh my God. The arrogance and ignorance combined with ignorance it's funny to me. It's gonna annoy a lot of other people, especially black people, when they see how you behave out in public and say, wait a minute, you can't say that. Do you do that at work? Do you do that at work? You talk about a black person's hair? I thought you guys all like dreads. Wow, look at that. Look at this guy. Look at this black guy. Did you find those comments that Biden made about Obama being nice, clean, and articulate, and good looking and smart? You think that that's a compliment?
Personal comments he made about another White House hopeful, Senator Barack Obama, recorded by a reporter for the New York Observer.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Or do you understand the arrogance in that? And that since you've never seen it, it's shocking to you. Thought it was a fable. Or did you know what you were saying and arrogantly put it out there for the world to see anyway? Because it's going to be out there for the world to see, sir. You can delete your little account with your 1 subscriber. Or you can leave it up there because I'm sure you don't care. Because you're a racist. You're supreme. You're superior. Right? Is that what you think? You think you're smarter than me?